So I'm sure you guys saw ESPN suggesting that the Sixers could trade the number 3 overall pick and Paul George for Lauri Markkanen or Kevin Durant. Honestly, whenever I hear a trade involved with the Utah Jazz and Paul George, it just feels really unrealistic because, as you guys know, the players run this league, and I don't think the Sixers are going to sign Paul George to that huge contract, express that they're not going to trade him, and then send him over to Utah. I don't see the Sixers trading Paul George into a clear rebuilding team. And with the Jazz, they're at square one. They got nothing going for them. At least with Phoenix, it's a very nice place to live. And also, you got Devin Booker. There's some hope. It's unrealistic hope, but it's way better. So immediately when you're talking to Utah involving Paul George, you're going to need a third team to take on that contract, and they're probably going to have to be a winning team. And with the new CBA, that's just going to be really hard to do, in my opinion. Also, what is the big difference between number 5 and number 3 in this draft? Personally, all I've seen is this is a 2-player draft, and then the rest is kind of question marks all over the place, including Ace Bailey. So I don't think Danny Ainge is looking at that number 3 pick and being like, that's enough for me to take on the Paul George contract. If he's interested, he's looking for something else, aka the Clippers' first-round pick, which is going to be very valuable because what on earth is the Clippers' future? They got Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. In 2028, they're going to be rebuilding, most likely. I think the reason I like the Kevin Durant trade more is Kevin Durant is just a better player than Lauri Markkanen. He's actually a superstar. He can be a number 1 option for large periods of time. And I think Tyrese Maxey and Kevin Durant can win games consistently next season, with Joel Embiid hopefully staying relatively healthy. And everyone's going to say, oh, Kevin Durant's going to get injured. He's 37 years old. He's old. Well, KD has played 137 games the past 2 seasons, more than Lauri Markkanen, 102, even more than Tyrese Maxey, 122. He's played in every single playoff game for the Suns while playing 42 minutes a night in those playoff games. Of course, I'm not going to guarantee you special health because the same thing happened to Paul George. He played 70-plus games for the Clippers, and then he signs with the Sixers, and we know what happened. He could not stay on the court. Also, Markkanen was much more enticing when he was on the contract in 2023, where he's making $17 million. Now he's making $46 million, and in 2028, he's going to be making $53 million. He's a good fit, but I also feel like he's a tad bit overrated. I also wonder if there's a world where you can acquire KD without giving up the number 3 overall pick. Because think about it, I don't think Kevin Durant's trade market is going to be too crazy. He's 36 years old. He's on an expiring contract. I don't know who's really going to be going all out for him. Let's say the Sixers attach that 2028 Los Angeles Clippers first-round pick, another future first-round pick, maybe a swap in there with Paul George. You're telling me this ain't one of the best offers the Phoenix Suns could get for Kevin Durant, considering he's on an expiring contract? It's highly unlikely, to say the least. You're probably going to have to throw in that number 3 overall pick, but it really depends on what the other teams are offering, because I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant wants to move on from Phoenix based on the reports and how last season went. So yeah, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Have yourself a great day and peace out.